There are some that still say that all we are is a recruiting company. And one of the reasons they say that is because they're being recruited by an agent rather than what we would call a former broker, right? A broker owner. There are other companies that have been doing it for decades, but they're not considered that way. With regard to us being an attraction company, because we are, our agents are excited. They're an owner, like we were just talking about, and they want to talk to other agents. And one of the things that comes across is they're attempting to recruit them. What would you say to the prospects that think we're just a recruiting company?
They probably heard that from somebody else, right? I mean, that's oftentimes a talking point that gets used, and the numbers simply belie the statement. I mean, if you look at our reports, again, if you go back to the press releases, look at our rate of revenue growth and compare it to our rate of agent count growth, and you'll see that the revenue growth is higher. I mean, to me, that means that we're bringing in producers. We're bringing in top producers. I mean, look at us. I mean, we're represented on the, the Real Trends 250, and then we got people that are, all over that list. It's simply, people that are trying to sow seeds of fear, uncertainty, and doubt in their agents in an effort to hang on to them, knowing that what we offer is unparalleled, and probably fearful that their business is at risk. So there's just absolutely no merit to it, in my opinion. We do have agents for sure that are overzealous in their attraction efforts, who maybe so overzealous that sometimes you might call to actually see a property and you won't get a return phone call because the person's assuming that you're recruiting them. So really ought to be relationship based. However that relationship gets built, rather than sort of a cold, hey, let me pitch you on something. That's my opinion, just having sort of viewed those who have succeeded most. But there are a number of things people say. They've said for a long time that you can have a sustainable business model. Well, they said that 8 years ago, and here we are, right? So people will say things, and they'll say things because they want to really instill some fear and doubt among those who are thinking about joining us.
But let's be honest, recruiting is something agents here who choose to do, they do. It is part of our daily activity if that's something we care to focus on to set up.
I mean, if we asked the 100 people on the call here if they've been called by another brokerage company to be recruited in the last 30 days, I bet you would get a few hand raisers. Yeah. So, the notion that somehow it's eXp that are just running around here and recruiting agents and nobody else wants to grow, everybody else is just sitting and twiddling their thumbs, it's nonsense.
I get 3 emails a day.